Hi guys, this is David Coleman from WP Mayor, and today we're going to look at a new WordPress security plugin called SnapID. SnapID provides two-factor authentication. That is, two separate ways for us to verify ourselves and provide more security to our site. Now, one way is with our usernames and passwords, and that method has been around for a while. But the new way that SnapID helps us protect our sites is with our mobile phone. Now, when you register with SnapID, you associate your mobile phone and your website with the people behind SnapID, a company called TextPower out of California. So in a nutshell, what happens is, with two-factor authentication, you not only have to use your username and your password, but you also send a text code through your mobile phone to the people from SnapID. And what this does is it provides a very strong, rock-solid, extra layer of security that will keep the hackers out. Okay, with that said, let's take a look at SnapID, how to register it, how to set it up, and how to make it protect your website. Now, as with any plugin, the first thing we need to do with SnapID is to install it and activate it. So what you want to do is to go to the search box for the WordPress plugin repository and type in SnapID. And after a while, it should be the only result you get. And just click the Install Now button. And after a few seconds, it'll load and go ahead and activate the plugin. Now, the first thing you need to do with SnapID is to register it. Register your website and associate your phone. So click the Register with SnapID button after clicking on the Terms and Conditions. And here's some instructional videos that we'll look at later on. So after clicking Register with SnapID, what will happen is from TextPower, you'll get a code that you'll have to text to the people from SnapID, and they give you 90 seconds to do it. And so I'm using my iPhone to type in the code and send it to 48510. So I'm pecking away with one finger here. And after it is authenticated, you should be able to have your account linked to SnapID. Okay? So now here's two different ways to enable SnapID. One is one-step authentication, where it's just clicking on a SnapID button. And the other way is a two-step login process, where you not only use the SnapID button, but you also use your usernames and passwords. And now you can provide these different options to different levels of users, from administrator down to subscriber and more. For instance, for an administrator to the site, you might set them up with two-step authentication for extra security. And that way they would have to not only put in their username and password, but they would also have to have possession of the correct cell phone to send the text code message to SnapID. And the other thing you can do for convenience is set it people with less responsibilities and less access to the site, such as a subscriber with OneStep Login. Okay, now since I'm an administrator, I just set myself up for two-step login, and we'll see how that works in a little bit. First, let's take another look at those tutorials that SnapID provides.
Signing in with SnapID using OneStep Login provides the ultimate convenience. All you have to do is click on Sign in with SnapID and text the code that pops up to the number shown. The system authenticates and you are logged in. That's it. Signing in with SnapID using two-step login provides the ultimate security. First, you log in using your WordPress username and password. Then text the code that pops up to the number shown. The system authenticates and you are logged in. That's it.
So those instructional videos show you how to do both the one-step and the two-step login processes. Now let's go ahead and log out and let's log back in with the two-step authentication process. So after you put in your username and password and click login, you'll be asked to send a code to SnapID, and this is the second part of the authentication process. The username and password was the first part, and the authentication through your mobile phone, in this case I'm using an iPhone again, this is the second part. So it's the second part that makes SnapID rock solid and very protective against hackers. Now let's go back into the settings for SnapID, and I'm going to change my my login process to a one-step login. So let's go click on Administrator and set me up for one step and click the changes, save the changes. And let's go up here and log out again. And let's take a look at one step. Here you just click on Sign in with SnapID. That's it. After you click on that, all you have to do is send in the text code to the people at TextPower. By the way, the people at TextPower never see any of your data. Everything's encrypted. It's encrypted on their servers, and it's even encrypted en route to their servers. So there's no chance that your data will get intercepted or taken advantage of in any way. Now, if you have any other users on your site besides yourself, they can set themselves up with SnapID as well. All they have to do is go into their user profile page and scroll down to the bottom where you'll see the SnapID user setup. And all they have to do is click the Join SnapID button if they're not already part of SnapID. So once they click on the Join SnapID button, they'll go through the same process. They'll be given a code that they need to send through over to the people at TextPower. Now in this case, this registration will not work because I've already previously registered with this phone. So even though it's the same process, in this case we will get a return that'll say the registration didn't work, and you'll see it's because we use the same phone. Now let's head on over to the SnapID website. As you can see, they talk about no need for passwords and login names anymore. They give you demos right on the home page and little tutorial clips that talks about the security level and tells you a little bit about what SnapID is all about. Talks about the frustration with passwords, having to reset them, getting logged out of your account. Scrolling down, we can see that there's many advantages to using SnapID. Again, no usernames and passwords needed, no need for a smartphone, it's cheap, in this case it's free. No intercepting of your data in the browser, no worrying about things such as tokens, and SnapID, as you can see from this demo, is very, very easy to learn and to set up. SnapID has great security, it's convenient, works across the platforms, works on all cell phones, not just smartphones, and they provide features that will protect you in case you lose your phone. As I said before, SnapID is free, and TextPower will give you premium support if you would like. That comes at a price. They'll do custom installation and you'll get additional features. As I said, installs in minutes. And there's some other features that I haven't talked about that come with the premium version. And of course, there's resources for developers as well. So let's wrap up this demo by talking about a few of the main benefits of using SnapID. So SnapID offers both one-factor and two-factor authentication. With two-factor authentication, not only do you need to know something to verify your identity, such as your username and password, but you also need to possess something as well. In this case, you need to have the correct phone to send the text message. SnapID is very easy to use, literally takes just 2 minutes to set up. It's inexpensive. You can't get any more inexpensive than free, and it's very secure. Data is sent across encrypted, both through transmission and on their servers. And so SnapID provides a two-factor authentication system that's really hard to beat. SnapID offers multiple layers of protection if you were to lose your phone. For example, they offer something called PIN protection, where you can activate a PIN that can go before or after your password that you use for logging into your WordPress site. And because the PIN doesn't even appear on your screen, so a thief with possession of your phone wouldn't even know that the PIN was needed. Another major benefit of SnapID is that you can register an unlimited number of websites with the plugin. This, of course, allows you to have two-factor authentication with as many websites as you wish. So that's it for SnapID, the new two-factor authentication plugin for WordPress. If you have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to leave them below. Thank you very much for listening, and take care. I'm David Coleman for WP Mayor.